And we are back from those hills. Full disclosure, it was muddy. I tried to get as much of the mud off as possible from the PUMA Seasons Deviate Nitro Elite Trail. Let me turn, and full disclosure for the mud, the weight is gonna be a little heavy here. Let me just turn the scale on. You get my gut reaction right now. I'm gonna guess, let's go with 9.5. Oh, 8.5. We'll take it. Wow, that's excellent. Now, I know you're busy. I know you've got a lot to do. I know you got to go mow the yard this weekend, eat some donuts, and be merry out there. I think National Donut Day was recently, so shout out to all the donut fans out there. You know who you are. All right, here we go. How would I use this shoe? Just to respect your time, 50K trail racing shoe. 50K trail racing shoe. Maybe marathon, but I've raced in much lighter and less stack height. And speaking of stack height, there it is on your screen right now. 37-31, 6mm drop. I love it. Great drop. And that midsole was peppy. But for me, and a slight decoupled groove, I'm just looking at, although it's caked in mud right now, it actually performed well in the mud, which I'm a little surprised by because the lug depth is only 3mm. Now, if you're thinking about this for a race, if it's really muddy, probably not. You probably want a little more bite underneath, but I gotta tell you, I took this shoe in some serious mud. Like, look at that midsole, look at the outsole. Like, it was serious out there, and it performed quite nice. Like, I never felt like I was about to fall, which is surprising considering that the lug depth is only 3mm. Again, right there, you can't quite see it because of the mud, but it's a slight decoupled groove. Slight. I would love to see that enhanced down the road, maybe go a little further under the heel just for a little more trampoline effect under step. Now, it is a carbon-infused midsole, which is a little controversial 18 months ago. Not anymore. Everybody's putting carbon fiber plates in there, even 2 years ago. Everyone's putting CFPs in their trail racing shoe lineup, and this is the premier trail racing shoe from PUMA in 2025. I love the ride, okay? I felt peppy. I felt in control of the shoe. I didn't feel like the stack height was too aggressive. Like 40, I think is frankly just a little too much for the trails, especially trails that are a little aggressive under step. But I, again, probably wouldn't train in this very often. I would personally save it for racing. Now, the issue for me is that I'm not doing 50Ks too often. But if you are looking at, I would really look at this as an option for you. Bear in mind, let's reverse a little bit to the upper. I felt like the upper, and this is why I say 50K and not, let's say, 100 miler or 50 miler. I felt like the upper is a little lean for the longer, long distance, where you're racing literally all day, okay, and into the night. That collar could use some love and attention. It's the collar, that wraps right around your ankle. It's a little stiff and a little uncomfortable. It wasn't horrible. Actually, I put the shoe on and I could feel it, and I forgot about it a half mile into the run. Okay, so it didn't stick around in my experience with the testing, but overall, there's that Discord notification. Overall, I think that collar could use a little extra TLC, and including the heel counter. Like it's a little, I don't know if you can hear it. It's like a little stiff. It's a little stiff. Come on, PUMA. Let's give a little more TLC to the collar and the heel counter. Other than that, the upper was great. The lockdown was great. It is a semi-gusset, which I love. It was awesome. It was awesome. Maybe if you have issues with laces on the top of your foot, you might need to pivot to another shoe because there's not a lot of padding on the top of the tongue. But overall, I'm pleased. Nice pull tab. Again, I would say the highlight for sure is the midsole. And let's do this little test here. Yeah, see, it's good. Man, it's good. This is going to show up on some starting lines. I guarantee it's going to. The outsole lug pattern, who knows? It's only 3 millimeters, which was why I'm a little perplexed as to why I felt so stable in the mud that I was in. I thought, you know, 3, usually it's like at least 4, maybe 4.5, where I feel like I can really, but I was not slipping around at all out there. And again, it was pretty serious mud. Overall, it's a buy if you got a little bit of this. 230. Woo! It is a buy, but that's, you know, that's no joke. So again, maybe you want to save it for race day. You know, use it a couple times to break it in, but I think they're going to sell some pairs. But that's a lot. 230 is a lot of money. And again, I'll link to it down below. It is available from Running Warehouse down below. Thank you for supporting the channel by buying your running shoes and running gear down below in the description. Unbelievable that PUMA, of all shoe companies, is making inroads. It's like everybody's making inroads into the trail racing shoe scene and the trail racing shoe CFP scene. All right, here we go. Comment of the day. Actually, let's do QD first. What's the one piece of running gear you thought was a gimmick, but now you cannot live without? All right, that's the QD. And that comment of the day, Tassos Haji. You should really try the Elite 3 from PUMA. It's an exceptional racer. I agree. PUMA, are you listening? Send it to me. I'm ready to test it. PUMA, I'm ready. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready, PUMA, to test that Elite 3. I've heard great things about it, okay? I'm excited. Bottom line, like I'm not planning to race any 50Ks in the near future. So therefore, I will be training in this shoe this summer for, you know, I'll just beat it to heck up in the 14ers because it is peppy and it's got potential to go quite fast on the trails, but further distances. Further. All right, onward and upward. We'll toss it to the PUMA running shoe playlist right there. All right, see beauty. All right, pause. Nope. Trail running shoe playlist. Trail running shoe playlist right there. All right, see beauty. Work hard. Love each other. See you tomorrow.